Hello, everybody. It's the 4th of January, or coming near to the end of the 4th of January, and so I promised to post every day, and here's today's. I've had a fairly busy day. If you're just tuning in, Kelly Davis, NLP practitioner, timeline therapist, hypnotherapist, and life and business coach. And this is Permission to Breathe. This is day 4 of Permission to Breathe. And more than ever, I feel like today there is a sense of urgency with what I'm trying to achieve. So just to give you some background, Northumberland, in fact, the whole of England has just gone into its third COVID lockdown. And so my Permission to Breathe challenge for this month suddenly has become even more important, because I know that the lockdowns are causing a lot of fear and a lot of panic and a lot of anxiety. And if you have a look at the post that I put on yesterday with some breathing exercises and also the little breathing bubbles, giving you timing on how to breathe and a little bit of background of what breathing does to our neurology and our physiology, how it can calm us, how it can center us. I think that at this time it is more important than ever that this type of exercise is something that we undertake. And again, it doesn't have to necessarily be breathing, please. I think the point that I'm trying to get across is how important it is right now to focus on the things that are within your control. And the only thing within your control at the end of the day is you. You can focus on your own personal health, look after yourself, the way you eat, focus consciously on eating properly, and also only on eating when you need to, not unconsciously going to the fridge or to the cupboard because you're bored or because you're not sure of what to do with yourself because you're usually at work and you're usually busy. But to only take in the nourishment that you need and see it as nourishment, rather than just seeing it as another thing that you do, another learned habit that we get into where we just mindlessly, like sitting in front of the TV, we just put food. Be mindful of what you put into your bodies at this time. You can focus on your physical health. You can get some exercise at home if need be. Here in England, they say that we can go out as many times in a day as we want to for exercise. This morning, I had the most beautiful walk from Allenmouth Beach to Boomer. It ended up being a 10K walk with a friend of mine, and it was a fantastic chilled. The air was chilled, the wind was blowing, but I felt alive when I came back. And of course, through being there, but being conscious of what was around me, being aware of the beauty of the sun shining through the clouds, and being in awe of something. Because I think we're all stuck inside and we're forgetting to look at the most beautiful things that are around us, being in awe of a sunrise, a sunset, a beautiful day on the beach. Nature is a hugely important thing that you can get into contact with at this time to assist you. Keeping your mind busy with something other than the news. And other than the doom and gloom. I've noticed something else that's happened, and whether I'm more conscious of it than others, but I had a conversation with someone tonight, which was a very interesting conversation about how Netflix and TV and movies and Amazon Prime and whatever haven't put out any real interesting new content in quite a long time. And my mentor in South Africa said to me that Hollywood is dead currently. Now, whether you believe in the conspiracy theories or not, this is not about a conspiracy theory. This is about science. What we focus on, what we put our energy into, grows. It increases in its capacity, in its energy. when a whole world is sitting watching the news and watching the doom and gloom, what are we doing as a planet? We are increasing the fear, the anxiety on the planet as a whole amongst humanity, because what we are focusing on is growing. And all we focus on at the moment, because there is no new content on TV or anything else, we are starting to watch the news, or some people are starting to watch the news as a form of entertainment. And the news is feeding this fear and feeding the anxiety. So instead of doing a new breathing technique with you today, please go and have a look at the article that I put through yesterday. But this is more of I feel an urgency tonight about getting this message across to people to take a deep breath, to realize that there are things within our control, that things may not be the way we wanted them to be. But whatever the current situation is for you, wherever you are in the world and whatever your situation is, to do what you can with that set of situations. So for me at the moment, I am going over previous course material for what I'm practicing. I am scaling up in terms of reading and following people that I have not read before. I am watching positive content and taking in as much positive content as possible and using the time to skill myself up in a positive manner. I'm learning a new African language. I'm putting my time into it. This is not about everybody going, oh, but I'm stuck at home and things are so bad, and here somebody's achieving all these wonderful things. That's not what I'm trying to get at. What I'm trying to get at is whatever you want to grow, focus on it. All right. When you're watering a plant, for instance, when you want a plant to grow and you grow it from a seed, you give it attention, you give it time, you give it water, you feed it, you put it in the sunlight, you check it every day, you check the soil, you make sure that it's in ideal conditions for it to grow. Whatever it is in your life that you want to see improve and grow and get better, focus on that. Focus on the positive and the growth that can come out of this time, because there can be massive growth out of now if you allow it. But you need to decide. You need to decide now, don't you, that this is the time for you to grow in the most exponential and beautiful way. That is how I feel about life currently, and if it's the only message that I can get across to anybody from my heart, is that this is our time. This is our time as a human race to take a step back, a step away from everything, and take a deep, deep breath, or take as many deep breaths as you possibly can, and really consider what magnificence you can grow from this over the next few years. Times are not going to get easier in the near future. I'm not sitting here saying that. I think things are going to get exponentially worse for a good few years. But it's what we take out of this and what we can grow out of it that is vital. It's absolutely vital at this point in time. If anybody would like to let me know how your day 4 has gone on your 4-minute breathing, I've done a number of breathing exercises today, different ones that have brought up different things. And if anybody would like to join the challenge, by all means join. You can start with your 1 minute, or if you'd like to join tomorrow, 5 minutes of conscious breathing. I've posted some techniques in the post yesterday. Controlling the breath, controlling the mind, or something, or the other way around. And it's a really great article, and it's written extremely well. The pulsating breathing exercises to give you the timing of the ins and outs. And please just keep yourself safe and keep yourselves positive with whatever you can at this point in time, no matter what it is. One tiny morsel of positivity, wherever it is inside of you. Focus on that, nurture it, and let it grow. It's all we can do at this time. It's the only thing we have control over, and it is the one thing that I am myself focusing on for the month. So lots of love to all of you out there. If anybody is looking for online therapy or coaching, I'm available. All you need to do, go have a look at my YouTube channel for contact details, or you can certainly contact me on my Facebook page, Kelly Davis Coaching and Therapies. I am available, and even if you're just a friend out there who wants to chat, I am available. Love to you all. Chat tomorrow.